like jobs like you can go to, say, Saturday Night Live or something like that, and do like their background, you know,
Yeah,
how they open
there's
up
a
the
lot
show.
of commercial,
Yeah.
different types of
Well,
commercial animation.
Lauren works on National Lampoon, and so she...
Oh, no, it's
the Harvard Lampoon.
Oh, the Harvard Lampoon.
Big mistake, excuse
A
me.
big difference.
Big difference. And so she's very good at doing flat cartoons and illustrations and other things that are related to animation. So I think she has a lot of abilities that'll...
fallback talent.
Yeah, great. It's really interesting.
But there's a lot of animation production going on right now, and a lot of students are getting into it and finding a place to work and to do their own ideas within a context out there.
Thanks for talking with us.
Sure.
Well, next is a piece called Dairy State. It was done by a director named Anthony Hatch. So just watch your screen and let's see if you can figure out how he did this one.
I went outside yesterday. Took a walk to Wisconsin. Too much stuff at home, you know? Couldn't see through it. Stuffy. Squeezy, you know, squeezing in. Especially in the kitchen. Yeah, my wife was in there yesterday morning. I couldn't get into my coffee. She took up so much room. Had to sit under the table. Insisted I feed the cat. Wanted to drink my coffee first. Couldn't reach it, so I drank the cat. Halfway through, I realized you simply can't drink cat no matter how hard you try. That's when I decided it was time to leave. Didn't say anything to my wife. Didn't want to, didn't have to. Just crawled through her legs into the front hall. Remembered not to slam the door. 2 blocks up, I realized Wisconsin is just too far. I was too far for most everything, so I turned left when I noticed the green kid behind me. Didn't think much about it. Saw him again when I turned right. At the corner, he stood by me. We waited for the light to change. It changed into a blue flannel suit and then helped us into the car. The green kid doesn't speak. Hadn't got a tongue. He asked me for mine, so I gave it to him. He wiggled it around and started smiling. Then he stuck it in my ear. Tickled at first. Funny feeling in my head. Thinking's easy. My head helps me along. The green kid explained how to get out of the car. I had to give him my hand to get the door unlocked. He took my arms to support me. Long climb up the stairs, but he helped me, dragged me up. When we finally arrived, I realized I'd left my legs in the car. He explained the trouble on the stairs. He brought me up against the wall, sat opposite so I could see him. I can look at him, and at least he's smiling. It's been a long time, and I can still feel the tongue in my head. He left it there. The green kid hasn't got any teeth. I know because he smiles with his mouth open.
That was very interesting. Right now we're going to talk to the director of the Dairy State you just saw, Anthony Hatch, and still with us is Susan Pitt. Welcome, Anthony.
Hi.
What was the biggest concept behind Dairy State? What point were you trying to get across?
Well, basically, the film started out with, I had a general idea for the script. Basically, just a guy who's sort of unhappy. There are a lot of bad things going on in his life with his wife and all. And then the script became more specific, and I decided, well, the animation then would be, the script would be sort of a running monologue, basically the man's thoughts. Mm-hmm. And then I decided the animation then that would go along with the words would sort of flow with the words, and the images would constantly change, and there wouldn't be any real scene cuts in the film, and everything would sort of flow into everything else, just as the words just sort of flowed through the script.
I see. So you already had the passage, the narration already written out before you wrote it, or was it just as you were going along?
Well, I wrote out the script keeping in mind images then that would
I
go
see.
along
Now,
with the film.
was that you narrating
Yeah.
the piece? Yeah. And how long does a piece like that take you? I mean, how long did it take you?
Well, basically the longest part was really doing the drawings. The script was only took about 3 weeks or so. And then it took about at least 2 months to do the drawings. And then the filming was done in 2 afternoons because it was just a simple matter of putting down paper and operating the camera.
Now, do you draw your own characters?
Yeah.
Everything, every little step?
Yeah. You sort of time
I
things
can't
out.
draw.
Yeah. Well, you sort of have, what I did actually for some things, because I hadn't ever done any animation on paper, and that's one of the things I decided I definitely wanted to do with the project. So I spent some time just sort of, with some things, there's only one shot of the guy actually walking, so I just would sort of time out steps myself and then figure out how many drawings I had to do then for each step, and it just sort of worked out.
Yeah. And can you just elaborate on the green kid? I mean, I didn't understand that.
The green kid is basically just sort of the guy's decided he's going to leave all of his problems behind him. He's going to take a walk to Wisconsin. Unfortunately, his state of mind is such that he's not going to get away from his problems, and he actually goes a little loopy as he tries to solve everything. And the green kid is just sort of just a metaphor of whatever's in his head that's dragging him down and just dragging him into the muck that, you know, is life, I guess. Nothing that bad, but it's not happy.
It's not,
No.
As you see the
Is he like a conscience in it? Is he,
Well, he's not a conscience. He's just, he's the state of mind, the dairy state of the guy, the state of mind of the guy, which is just overly burdened with problems, and he can't solve them.
I mean, did you already have a thought in your head how it was going to be?
How?
The dairy state, did you already know what it was going to look like in your head?
You mean the film, the images?
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, I knew I wanted to do something, like I said, on paper.
I see.
And I wanted to do something very simple with simple line drawings because I wanted everything to sort of change into everything else.
Great.
And I decided, I tried out a couple of different things, pen and ink, and I decided that charcoal pencils on paper looked the best.
Great. Well, thanks for coming on our
Sure.
show. And right now, we're going to take a look at a film called Up in Autumn, which was directed by John Lindauer, who was spotlighted on last season of Night Shift. John recently graduated from Harvard, and right now, Up in Autumn. Let's take a look at it.
Hey, man, come on, wake up. The rake hasn't moved for over 2 hours. I think it's asleep. We can escape, man. Come on, wake up. We'll climb back up the tree to safety. Come on. Will you wake up there?
There you go.
Oh, thanks.
Are you all right, mister?
Yeah, but I almost wound up in Leafy Boot Hill over there with the rest of those guys.
Oh, sounds like a close call.
Yeah, I guess I got pretty lucky. Unlike those guys. Look at them, dead. It's too late for them.
Too late? Too late for what, sir?
Escape, kid. Back up the tree.
Escape? Sir, if we try to escape, that rake will tear us to pieces.
Come on, kid. The rake's not all that bad.
Huh?
Just keep it down. And above all else, act natural. False alarm, kid. Come on, let's head for the low branches. Let's get out of here.
Oh, sir, are you sure about this?
Yep.
There's got to be an easier way.
Come on, kid. Are you sprouting me? Remember how easy it was to fall down this sucker? Come on, let's go. It'll be great.
All right.